Hello, readers. Today we will be identifying how the author engages the reader and introduces their characters and setting in the beginning of their story. So today we're going to be reading a book called A Letter to Amy, written by Ezra Jack Keats. And we're going to be focusing on how this author, Ezra Jack Keats, introduces the character. What do they say that makes us see who the characters are? And where does the setting take place in this story? Before we start to do that, we're going to review what is a setting and a character. So first we're going to click here. And in this video, you're going to see how the author
the setting of a story
explains what's a
The
setting.
setting of a story is where and when the story takes place.
Excellent. And if we go a little further, we're going to see how the author describes the character in the story.
And we have a robot who is looking for seashells on the beach. So let's think about what we learned.
Great, boys and girls. So if we go to the second slide, this is going to help us understand what is a setting, what is their character's traits in the outside. In other words, how do they look? Their external is another way to outside in their appearance and how they look. They could be tall, have dark hair, freckles. And their internal character traits is how they feel in the inside. Are they sad? Are they happy, excited, disappointed? And the setting is where the story takes place. Today's big focus is looking at the beginning of our story. So let's see how the author introduces this story.
Hello and welcome back. Writing a letter to Amy. I'm inviting her to my party, Peter announced. Why don't you just ask her? You didn't write to anyone else, said his mother. Peter stared at the sheet of paper for a while and said, well, this way.
So in this part of the story, we already know that the character in this story is named Peter, and he appears to be in his home. The reason why I know he's in his home is because he's writing a letter to invite his friend Amy to a birthday party. So I see that mom is asking Peter, the character in our story, to why is he writing the letter instead of asking Amy to go to the birthday party. So boys and girls, today we're going to be really paying a close attention, looking at this book to really dive deep and identify. That means, that's a fancy word to say, look for how the author engages. How do they make us, the reader, interested in reading their book? By introducing the character and the setting in the beginning of the story. So please watch this video first and then look at this video to read the story A Letter to Amy, written by Ezra Jack Keats. I hope to hear your answer soon. Before you end your reading, you're going to share with your family member how did the author introduce the characters and the setting in this story. So please share with your family member this book, the characters, their character traits, and how the author introduced these characters in the beginning of their story. Thank you.